Have you ever just had one of those days where all that you ever wanted to do was just to stay at home, maybe just sit on your couch, lie down in bed, scroll social media, and do nothing at all simply because you feel bad? And whenever anyone actually sends you a message, checks up on you, hey man, how are you doing? And all that you ever want to say is that, I'm just having a really rough day, I'm just really having a bad day. So I'm just gonna take the day off, because it just feels so good feeling bad. And this is how we break that pattern. Welcome again to the podcast. This is Breaking Patterns with Paolo Segura, and today we're really just talking about the feeling of why does it feel so good when I feel bad? Because just like today, honestly, man, I got barely any sleep. I think I only slept for like 2 hours today, simply because I can't get any sleep because there are things that are bothering me. From today, I attended a learning session earlier, and then that was really just out of compliance. And after that, all I ever wanted to do was just go back to bed, maybe just try to get a few minutes of sleep, but I really just couldn't. And all I ended up doing was just checking social media, scrolling through Instagram, scrolling through TikTok, not posting anything on TikTok as well. And then I try to go back to sleep. And then I go message some of my friends, hey man, how's it going? And then I just tell them, yeah, today's just not a really good day. And then I'm just telling them I haven't gotten any sleep. I'm trying to get some sleep now. I'm gonna text you later. So I try to lie down for another 20 minutes. And then I still don't get any sleep. But maybe I do. Maybe I get some 3, 4, 5 minutes of sleep. And for some reason, I know that this has happened for me in the past, wherein it actually feels so good not talking to anyone. It feels so good just sleeping the entire day, not being productive at all. And I really just tell myself that I deserve this. I deserve having a day off for myself because things are not happening for me. I'm not making any sales. The girl that I like isn't replying to me, or something like that. You know what? And then you can just tell your friends that, hey, today's been shitty. Today's not been great. And you get all these people listening to you rant about how bad your day is. And all that I ever want to hear them say is that, hey man, I agree with you. You should take the day off. Your body deserves to rest and all and whatnot. And the truth is, when I do this, I don't get anything done. Like, I know that I have my responsibilities. I know that I need to make some calls. I need to do some projects. I need to do some work done, but I don't. Especially for tonight, I'm playing a gig tonight with Evie at the 70s Bistro. You're probably not going to watch that because I'm going to post this video tomorrow. But I do know that I need to prepare for that, but I didn't. I think I did a little bit, but technically speaking, I didn't. And I'm not sure how things are going to work out tonight. I'm going to have to pay the price there. And just talking about that, really, when it comes to us choosing to not being productive, us choosing to just stay in bed and just rot with our thoughts, rot with our feelings, we'd sometimes say that it feels good. Really, because at this time, we get the tell people our drama. We get the rest. We get to follow up on all the social media posts that you haven't seen in the last few days. And with every choice, and I'm going to say this in every episode, with every choice that we have, there is a specific price and there's a specific benefit to each and every choice that we make. And just from my experience from today, not just today really, but in the past, how this pattern has showed up for me is that whenever I'm ranting to other people, people get to listen. People would want to hear your drama, because the truth is, some people would just want to wait for their turn so that they can complain about their day. But that's not actually the point of this, but that's actually just a reality of how things are. So when people will listen to you, you get to rant, you get to make all of these excuses as to why today has been bad. You get to make all of these excuses of you not being productive, you not being, you not showing up for work, you're not showing up for other people, because you get to make these excuses because I just feel so bad right now and it just feels so good not having to take care of anything else, you know? And then apart from that, because you get to rant, because people are listening to you, you get to enjoy feeling the drama. You get to enjoy feeling that you're a victim. You get to enjoy that you're feeling that the world is just crumbling all around me. But the truth is that you're just making all of that stuff up just to make you feel good, simply because when you tell that story, the person who's listening to you will always believe in you. So you get to be right. And it feels so good to be right. It feels so good feeling that, hey, I'm feeling bad. You believe in me. That's why I'm going to keep complaining and complaining and complaining to you, because you believe everything that I say. And you get to make everyone believe in the bullshit, the stories that you tell them, because again, they are going to listen to you because they're also going to want to complain to you. And I'm not saying that this is for everyone out there. I'm sure that there are very, very, very sincere friends that you have, that I have as well, that are there to listen to you because they do know that you need to release all of this stuff. But the problem is the price that you pay for choosing to feel bad, choosing to rant, choosing to not do anything at all is first and foremost is that these sincere friends would eventually get annoyed. They'd eventually get sick of you. They'd eventually might want to keep you at a distance, keep you at a certain space wherein, okay, so Paolo's there. He's probably just gonna rant to me again if I talk to him. He's probably just gonna do this again. People will start having these judgments towards you that you don't even realize. Apart from that, you might even ruin those relationships. I remember back in the past, back in 2016, I'm very specific about this. This was 2016 when I broke up with my 5-year girlfriend. I created a new Facebook account, and all of my posts back in 2016 were all just hugot posts, or just posts saying that the world is crumbling. How come it feels so good staying in bed all day? I thought I was gonna get up, but I'm not. Stuff like that. And then I realized from there that even though it was a new Facebook account, no one was really engaging on those posts, because the people that really cared about me started unfollowing me because they realized that I was really, really toxic. And the scariest part about that is that when you get used to this habit, when you get used to you always just ranting, you always just complaining to the world, you even actually telling other people that, it just feels so good right now feeling bad, because this is just how I am right now because of all the things that are happening to me. The problem about that is that it turns into a belief system. It turns into a routine that every day, this is how you operate. And the problem about that is that you get really unproductive at work. You barely get anything done. And all of your goals, all of the things that you say that you want out of life, they just got postponed, man. Like, these things aren't going to come to you because you're not doing anything towards it. Even if you want to use the law of attraction to manifest all of the things in your life, you got to remember that when it comes to the law of attraction, you are really just going to get inspired actions to take. But if you don't take those inspired actions, nothing's going to happen to you, right? So the price that you really pay for you not getting up, you staying in that rut, is again, number one, ruined relationships, and number two, ruin dreams and goals. So what now, really? So what are the different things that you can actually do to make sure that you get out of your rut, to make sure that you get moving? And really that goes back to what I mentioned earlier, is that it's a choice for you to stay this way. It's a choice for you to continue feeling this way. And really, when it comes to motivation, it's not about doing something big right away, because if it's so big, it'll be overwhelming. And if you fail doing that thing, you're just gonna feel bad again that, hey, I really tried to get up out of bed right now and get some work done, but you didn't. And that's gonna make you feel bad again. It's gonna be a cycle. It's gonna be a cycle. It's gonna be a circle, So first and foremost, this is what I did today as well, is that while I was lying down, I was just feeling shitty. I didn't feel like doing anything at all. I first, number one, acknowledged how I was feeling. I first really felt the feeling, but I did know that I had to release all of that. I did breath work. That's specifically what I did to release, but I'll be talking about other things for today. But really, it's about visualizing and imagining the things that you're doing, or the things that you're feeling, that after you take a deep breath in, taking deep breaths of feeling good, and then when you release, I really sounded that way in bed earlier. I just had to release all of that bad feeling. And even though it didn't work 100%, I did know that it did do a little bit of it really did contribute a little bit of how I'm feeling right now, because I'm not sure if you can see it through the lens, through the video, that I'm feeling way better. I'm smiling a whole lot more right now, but today it wasn't like that at all. Also, talking about release, talking about it is good so long as you do know that the purpose and the intention of you talking to another person about how you're feeling today is for you to actually release. And it's not for you to just tell your story, but also having the conscious intention that, hey, I'm going to talk to my friend today. I was talking to Regina earlier. And the intention really was for me to just let go, for me to be able to talk to myself as well that, hey, if I continue doing this isn't gonna work out for me. This isn't gonna work for my life. This isn't gonna allow me to record this podcast right now. That's why I also gave myself a deadline that even if I didn't get to sleep up until 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I am still gonna get up, do my errands, do my chores, do everything else in order for me to sit down and record this episode right now. And that was really just the point of it. Remember again that you are not going to want to talk about it just for the sake of talking about it, because after you're done talking to friend number one, you're going to talk to friend number two and start talking about it again if you don't set that intention of actually healing, actually releasing however you're feeling at that moment. Another way for you to release, if you don't want to reach out to people, if you want to say that, hey, I want to keep my energy here, I don't want to affect anyone else, you can definitely do it through journaling. I've done that a couple of times. I've got some journals over here. There were some times that I knew that I was feeling so toxic that if I talk to another person, I just might, pass on that energy to that other friend. And I didn't want that, because again, I'm trying to be as intentional as I can, and I hope that after you listen to this episode, you will be too, especially when you're talking to another friend, especially to a very close loved one, especially if it's your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your parents, or whoever. You're going to want to be really intentional about this, that if you're feeling just so toxic, you feel that you've already talked about it, but it's still there, it's really, really valuable for you to just write however you're feeling down. Again, this goes back to you acknowledging how you feel. Hey, this is how I feel right now, and I'm just gonna write this down so that I can just let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. You wanna clear that from your life, because as long as you keep those emotions, those bad feelings, those bad thoughts in your brain, that's gonna just build up so much stress. That's gonna burn your soul as well. And then each and every day is just gonna be a bad day because you didn't intentionally release. You're just gonna allow it to just eat you up from the inside. Okay? And if that's still not going to work out for you, number 4, I didn't count earlier, but this is number 4 right now. If you feel stuck, you gotta make sure that you move. Whether you move from a new place, from here to, if you wanna work at a cafe, if you want to work at a computer shop, if you want to just go to a friend's place, go to a family member's place and just do your work there because you feel that the energy in your space is just so heavy, you're going to want to go out and just have that air clear it out, apart from that, by saying that if you feel stuck, move, a really powerful tool that you can use is really just working out. And it's as simple as even just taking a walk. And that's what I did earlier today. So I know that at 5 o'clock, I told myself that I'm going to get up. I'm going to get shit done, get things done. I apologize for my language. And what I did there was that I went out and I did some errands. I withdrew some money from the bank. So that was a 15-minute walk from here to and from. And then apart from that, that was also me walking. I wanted to make sure that I had my blood pumping, my heart pumping, my blood just circulating, just to make sure that if there's any energy within your body that's just really stuck, allowing your blood to move will really, really just help you out in the long run. And that's what I did. For other people, it's really even as powerful as doing strength workouts, resistance workouts, you just being able to release and grunt and just grunting the entire time. I did this in the past as well, and it was really, really effective because after you work out, you are actually already doing something that you finished, and that will give you some satisfaction, some fulfillment as well. And again, what I was mentioning earlier about you making sure that you don't get overwhelmed is making sure that, again, these options that I'm giving to you are just really, really simple. It's really simple to acknowledge something. It's really simple to just talk to a friend. It's really simple to just write down how you're feeling. And once you're done doing that, you do know that you already done something. And that's a certain sense of fulfillment that would just make you feel good. That would add to your dopamine in your body as well. That's the feel good hormone. And after you just take your walk, after you take your workout, of course, you're going to want to take a shower. If you didn't work out at all, still, you might want to take a shower. That's something that I've observed lately, recently rather. Also, my very good friend is also doing that. She's told me one time that she was just feeling so down for the whole day because of this, because of that. And then the next day, she just called me up and she told me, "Hey, pal, I'm feeling really better right now." So I asked her, "So what changed? What happened for you?" And she just told me that I took a shower. And for some people, I actually read about this in some articles as well, that if you take a shower when you're feeling really bad, that's you also cleansing, not just physically, but energetically cleansing how you're feeling on the inside, or whatever energy stuck that clinged onto you, onto your body when you were out, when you were talking to another friend. You just taking that shower just also really helps out with cleaning how you feel on the inside. And it's also really powerful that this is what I did earlier, that when I was taking a shower, I was intentionally telling myself that I am clearing all the negative energy in my body. I am cleaning up my body, not just externally, but also internally. So that was really powerful for me. And as you can see, just based on the result, I'm able to talk like this straight. I might be a little bit not so congruent right now. I'm having difficulty. I'm saying so many ums right now, simply because I don't feel completely okay yet. But me also just recording this video, recording this podcast, recording this episode allows me to just acknowledge and release at the same time. So again, as I said back in the trailer, this show isn't really just to help you out, whoever's watching, whoever's listening. It's also helped me out with me fixing my life as well, and breaking and creating new patterns for myself. So I guess the question now is that if you're feeling this way, you're listening to this episode, and that's exactly why you're listening to this episode, because you feel that you're in a rut and you actually feel so good. I guess the question that I want you to ask yourself is, does it really feel good? And if it doesn't, if it feels bad, that simply means something's wrong, because the statement in itself, it feels good, feeling bad, is very contradictory. Because if you feel bad, you know that there's something wrong. You know that there's something that needs to shift in you. You know that this is not your natural state, because I don't believe that God created us to feel bad. God created things to feel good because this is something that we need to keep on doing. But if you feel bad, that means you gotta stop doing it. You gotta stop thinking it. You gotta stop feeling it. You gotta stop that experience or that situation that's happening to you. You gotta make a choice. You gotta move, because the truth is there are a lot of people who care about you. There's a lot of people who rely on you to be successful, whether you have kids, whether you have a family, whether you have friends who want to make sure that you're always happy. It's not all about the family that you need to feed. It's sometimes about the friends, the loved ones that really care about you, who want to make sure that you're always feeling good, who want to make sure that you're always at the best version of yourself, because they enjoy and they love that best version of yourself. So you would also need to think about those other people. You're like, yeah, sure, it feels good for me specifically, like just lying down and allowing myself to rest, allowing myself to sleep. But there are a lot of people who also look up to me, and there are a lot of people who are waiting for me to really be successful in everything that I do, because they truly believe in me. And if I don't stay true to my word that I'm going to be successful in the future, what's going to happen to how they think about me, right? What's going to happen about their belief in me, that maybe there are a lot of people who are waiting for me to be successful because they will also believe in themselves a whole lot better, right? And then apart from that, of course, relating to that, my goals get left behind if I don't make this choice. I'm 33 years old right now, and I barely have any savings, to be honest. I'm just starting a new career right now. It's not even just podcasting or content creation. It's me getting into sales for the first time in my life. And if I don't do anything about it, all my dreams and aspirations about maybe traveling the world, getting married to the most beautiful woman in the world, creating the most beautiful family in the world, living in the most beautiful house in the world, that's not going to happen if I choose to stay feeling bad all the time because I think it feels good that it feels bad. So right now, it's really up to you. You have to make that conscious choice. You got to make a decision and really desire feeling good for real. So I've already given you some tools, some tips on what you can do. Is either you can just acknowledge and release, talk to a friend, write it down, get yourself moving, whether you're moving to another place or you're working out, you're just walking, taking a run. And the easiest thing for me really is just taking a shower because, again, your blood's gonna start pumping and you're just gonna feel a whole lot better after that shower. All right, so I hope this episode has been helpful. So if you found any value in this episode, feel free to share this to someone that you love that really needs to get out of bed right now. So that's it for me. Peace.